All right, a little Haunter update. We got everything torn down. A couple of weeks ago, we set the 6.0 world record. We're just checking everything out. Want to see how everything held up. We were very impressed with how everything held up. The truck ran absolutely fantastic, and at the end of the event, we literally drove on the trailer with no problem.
From Mesa, Arizona, world champion. Congratulations, Foster. Frozen rope pass to...
We still wanted to tear everything down, check it out, make sure we had no problems. Saw a few things I've never personally seen before on the engine. Thought it'd be cool if you guys saw it too. So we still are running a wet block. So what that means is we still have coolant running through the block and through the heads, but we are running sleeves. Now we haven't switched to a filled block yet, some for lack of time, some because we like to be able to drive the truck all the way to the starting line and all the way back to the pits. But one of the problems we're running into, if you look here real closely, is where the sleeve meets the cooling jacket is starting to break away. And you can see that little piece missing from here to here, or from there to there if you get up real close to the camera. What that is the cylinder pressures are actually causing the sleeve to stretch or move or balloon, and it's actually breaking the casting. What that usually means is you're on the way to splitting a block or breaking a block. As you have block flex, the cylinders are protruding, they're stretching, they're ballooning, whatever's going on in there, your block is not happy and it's starting to break apart. Luckily for us, because we're running sleeves, it wasn't catastrophic. If this wasn't a sleeve block, in theory, it could have just been splitting and blowing apart. But on the other hand, it could be because the sleeves are there. The sleeves are stronger, but it does make thinner spots where the casting is. So it's one of the problems we've started running into. It didn't cause any issues per se. It's not like we had a ton of blow by or anything. We didn't notice anything, but we do have it torn down, so we're investigating it. Actually, come over here on the other side, some of it's even worse. Yeah, you can just see it's split apart there and here and there. This is typically the line in which the blocks split. They typically split this way, and they usually start right here at these lines. I gotta come over here and give a shout out to Kill Devil Diesel. They build all of our engines and supply all of our parts for our engine. But I wanna clarify one rumor that I've heard online. I've heard people say, oh, well, I don't wanna run the Icon heads because they leak. We've had zero problems. In fact, we just pulled this head off. You can literally see the heads were not leaking at all. There's no combustion getting by those gaskets. This was pushing 1800 horsepower, set the 6.0 world record, and was on for multiple events. And you can see there is no combustion getting past on the head side. It was absolutely perfect. So we've loved the Icon heads. They've made a huge difference for us. Not only did it save a ton of weight, but they do flow more. And I think on the dyno made 80 horsepower right out of the box. These are unported, just out of the box Icon head. So we just want to give a big shout out to Kill Devil Diesel for everything they do for our race program. Not only do they supply parts, they answer questions. They're on the phone with us. They're helping us at the event. Sometimes they come to the event. So Jared and Doyle and everyone down there at Kill Devil Diesel have just been a huge part of this racing program. So someone might be asking, what can you do to solve this? What is the solution? Well, we don't know yet. This is a territory not a lot of people have gotten to. I know Austin Denny has split apart a lot of blocks. I know Jesse Warren has split apart a lot of blocks. You can go to a billet block, which we're hoping to go to soon. We've got one at Kill Devil Diesel that Warren Diesel actually made the block, and Kill Devil Diesel is putting it together. It's not quite done yet, but we're hoping to run that. We have a couple of different ideas on how to run the sleeves differently, a couple of unique ideas that we're going to try. We might try filling the block, but the people that I know that have filled the block haven't solved this issue. It just breaks right along that same line anyway. So we are pushing limits of the stock block at this point, so we're going to be moving forward and trying different solutions for it. Another weird issue that we had is, if you know the 6-liter, it's got a bed plate or a girdle that bolts to the block right here. And because the block is moving and twisting around so much, we see fretting where the two come together. If you look at this picture and zoom in close, you can see the little dots and the little marks where the block and the bed plate are literally sandwiched and squishing and moving and flexing, and you can see and feel all the lines, all the dimples, cracks. I call it fretting. Not sure if there's a right word for it, but you can see it is being pushed past the limits of what it's normally there for. Jared says he has a couple of solutions for us. He's worked with a few other people that have done it and it has fixed this problem, so we're looking forward to that. You know, they're torqued together. We do have studs down there. They're not just the factory torque yield bolts. So they are torqued really hard together, and they're just sandwiched so hard, but they're still moving ever so slightly. If you enjoy watching this material, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. Make sure to post up your questions below. We're happy to help, happy to answer any questions. Or if you have any ideas for what you'd want to see in the next video, make sure to post below.